This is critical. Cue the fire, and hopefully what I am sharing with you, because you've probably never heard it before, and I feel like everything that I say just falls on deaf ears, but you and I, we are approaching a federal, well, it's not even federal, it's a private, anyways, a federal social credit system that has to do with you, your money, and the banks. Oh, and just to clarify, what is money? Money, constitutionally, is gold and silver. That is it. No, it's in the Constitution. No state shall make anything but gold and silver coin. Legal tender, Article 1, Section 10, U.S. Constitution. And now you have a system that says, hey, let's take debt and use that as money. We have presidents that went to the grave saying no. Andrew Jackson, you tell me that if I take the deposits from the bank, right? You know, the deposits that go into your bank, and then the Fed's like, hey, I have a really good idea with that. And its charter, which the Federal Reserve is a charter. It was supposed to be 100 years, and the last president had the chance to do away with it, but that didn't happen. I shall ruin 10,000 families. Oh, that's it? That may be true, gentlemen, but that is your sin. Should I let you go on, you will ruin 50,000 families. Try about every family. Thank you, Andrew. And that would be my sin. You are a den of vipers and thieves. I will have to say, my gold and silver audience, you're going to like this video. And also, for those of you that don't know, money comes from nowhere. You walk into a bank, you say, I want a loan. Poof. They don't even have to have it. They just give you $1 trillion, whatever you want. The Federal Reserve basically does the same thing. Along with the Treasury, the bond market does the same thing. They write down on a sheet of paper $1 trillion hairs. Your banks then buy those bonds from the Treasury and then flips them onto the Fed balance sheet that they create Chuck E. Cheese tokens to buy it with. So that is currently your debt-based system, and it's working like a charm. Look, it's about to take all these countries down right now. Yep, it's working real fancy there. England's like, oh, bail everything out. Or let me be more accurate, since we have a liquidity crisis, which we had in '08, because every time, based on the system that they created, forced to sell everything. UK pension funds, bailouts, liquidation. You get it? And that doesn't happen with that, but on to the bigger fish to fry. Hey, we got a press release. I'm sure Board of Governors, Federal Reserve, it's a good system you guys got there. September 29th, that would be yesterday. Boy, wasn't this all over the news. And the lemmings just walk right off the cliff. Federal Reserve Board, good board, announces that 6 of the nation's largest banks, that would be yours, will participate in a pilot climate scenario, right? You know that? Climate. We got to fix this problem. But, no need to fret. It's just an exercise to manage climate-related financial risks. Really? We're going to use the banks to handle our climate issues? If it's the same kind of simulation they did in early 2019, remember 2019? You're like, yeah, that was nice. And then 2020, all hell broke loose. Oh, that's really weird, because they had a event that I probably don't want to read, simulates an outbreak of coronavirus? Huh. How did they know that was going to happen? I wonder who was handling that. I don't know. Did you guys know? I mean, Bill said he wasn't even in he doesn't know what the hell we're talking about, even though Bill was clearly in it, clearly founded it. But back to the Fed, it looks like, back to the charter that has a board of directors that had stockholders. Probably shouldn't be in charge of our monetary system, but who am I to say? They're creating this thing called understanding how climate-related financial risks may manifest. So we got to make sure that doesn't happen. And what banks are going to be are heading this thing up? Bank of America, Citigroup, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan Chase, Morgan Stanley, and and Wells Fargo. Oh, and the word for all of this is ESG, right there. And they want to make sure that that everything is green. Otherwise, you get no money. Oh, and just in case you want to hear a little bit more,
or ESG criteria are an increasingly popular set of standards to help investors find companies with values that match their own. ESGs can also help investors avoid companies that might have a bigger financial risk due to certain environmental or social practices. Because of its socially conscious roots, ESG investing has been called sustainable investing, responsible investing, impact investing, or even socially responsible investing.
Exactly. So you know what, you guys? You obviously can't control yourself. So we should have the government, we should have the banks tell you and control you what to do. Or we can listen to Ronald Reagan. Either you will control your government or the government will control you. And it's usually done with things called fear or rewards. Like, oh, well, the government is going to give me this. So you can go with that if you want. It looks like actually NBC did pick up on it. Yes! Major U.S. banks will participate in climate scenario exercise. I messaged some of my bond friends very familiar with the banks, and they're like, there's nothing going on. Didn't hear about any new exercises. Were they supposed to be meeting? I don't think I was invited. I don't think anyone was invited. So we got a top secret meeting. The exercise will kick off the Fed's effort to gauge the level of management of risks for banks when it comes to what? Climate change. I love how the vice chair said earlier this month, central bank has an important but narrow mandate to police. Really? You have a mandate and you have a police force? Oh yeah, you got one of those too. It's like the FBI. Wait, those are the good guys. It's the IRS. Those are the, wait, do they carry guns too? You know what, kids? Karl Marx must be smiling right now. And also, Bravo, name your sources. That would be Forbes. Karl Marx. Let me zoom in for you so you can see it more gooder. Karl Marx must be smiling as the powers that be in the U.S. financial universe continue their slow motion. See, it's never like right away. It's always really slow, but I can see it coming, so I warn you, and then you don't do anything about it, but that's okay. Towards fulfilling the fifth plank in Marx's 10-point platform for achieving, what's the word here today, kids? Socialism. Can you say socialism? Centralization of credit in the hands of the state by means of what? A national bank with state capital and an exclusive monopoly. Yes, do not fight the Fed. Jerome is God. Listen to what he does. Once he pivots, right, on the dance floor, that's when we all go pile into the market again. And soon we will have the Fed Now system run by, guess who? The Fed, right? Chair Brainerd on Fed Now. It's so exciting. Look at this service. Like, oh, they're going to give you money 24/7. Because, I mean, someone needs to fix this liquidity problem that we're having. See, create problem, which they knew. You see, they knew. Goes all the way back to 2008. This is the U.S. Government Liquidity Index. See how high it is? Right. That's what happens when the Fed tighten, basically limiting the pristine collateral that the whole world needs. The world is being starved of dollars right now, and within months everything starts collapsing. Why is that? That is because we are in a debt-based system that is going to destroy the world. And they do this by doing two things: easy money, tight, restrictive. And they had real easy money, and everyone's like, dude, are you going to do something about this? Do you not see the gigantic, huge bubbles everywhere? No, we're fine. Do you see how out of hand they let it go? Yes, they did. And they took advantage of it. And then they sold at the very top. And the Fed officials got caught doing it. And then they did their own internal. And, Jerome's like, no, everything's fine here. And now what are they doing? Here we go. Fed Vice Chair Brainerd warns against what? Retreating. No, we're gonna hold you under the water until the bubble stop. That's just how the system is played. We have an inflation fight to destroy, right? They're gonna get it. Oh, you want to see this thing called deflation? Well, first inflation, right? Then deflation. And that causes us, the people, so rather than like sound money, it even sounds like money, that we have to run and keep moving our digits around because of what they do, and everything that they do will be a lie. The government's going to lie. Everyone in power is going to lie. They're going to tell you to run that way while they're running this way. And then when you run that way, they're going to run the other way. It's just constantly the biggest wealth transfers until we have the biggest one. Well, actually, we just had the biggest one of forever. And also, sorry, Nike, down 12% today. I guess people don't want your shoes anymore. Why? That's because we're hurting. We can't afford $300 shoes. Also, see that E up there? That means exit. Exit prior to earnings. I probably could have saved you 12% on car insurance. Also, if you're like, I don't care about Nike, just how do I make money off the S&P 500? This is not financial advice. We only paper trade. Okay, when you're under the 200, when these two cross, you click short or you click sell. See, that way you could make money going down, okay? Okay. And then, let's see here, over here, go over to the left and turn on, we're going to turn on a couple things. The 200. See that? It hit its head right on the 200. That's indicator number 1. Indicator number 2, when it runs into Lux Algo right there. That's 2 confirmations. Right click sell. Also, you can come up here and turn on my Bravo 9. That's this one right here. Okay? It's the red one, and you can have another This was definitely for me. That's a lot of confirmation. If you want confirmation underneath the Bravo 9, write it all the way down. See, guys, that's swing trading in a bear market. Also, if these things sound really confusing, link in the description. If you can't find the description, then you shouldn't be doing it on how to trade a bear market. Now, I'm filming right now, and you're going to go down, you're going to click the button to try to buy it, and it's going to be gone. It's going to say 1,000. That means everyone already bought it. 200 while I'm filming if you can grab the coupon. You see, when you are trading, you're looking at this going, okay, why am I getting out and when am I going to, or why am I getting in and when am I going to get out? All right. So let's keep going. So you could swing it down on this one, come all the way down. See that blue line? I've had that blue line up, well, since right here, okay? Also, this is going to be called the kiss of death, which now we are currently under on the daily. But I just want to show you, you can make money going down. What is this so far? This is 16%. Okay. But if you were swinging it, you were exiting and then you re-entered. But now, like some of you old farts like me, you're like, Bravo, I don't have the time. I watch TV all day long. I'm retired. I don't have the time for all your shenanigans. Okay, this is what you do, Bob. You come over here, you turn on the 200-week moving average. Since you're a DCA, dollar cost averaging, once it goes below that blue line in a bear market, then you could start accumulating. And come on, Bob, the amount of quality that I provide you with. And do you hit the like button? Did you maybe subscribe? Come on, man. Look at this. Now, see this blue line that we're under? Oh my goodness. Okay. So this is your 200-week moving average. When that little flashing light goes down below that, you start dollar cost averaging. If you're just like, I don't know. Okay, now let's rewind the tape there. You only had you only had a few days here on that one. What, 28 days of underneath the being held underneath the water? Doesn't happen much, Bob. Let me go back. Let's keep rolling. It's really not much there. Okay, here we go. The last time the Fed tightened. Thank you. That was 2008. So you start dollar cost averaging in that zone. We just go back. We go back. Oh, here's another. See, what I try to teach you on this channel is you want to buy low, okay, and sell high. You can also turn on one more indicator to know. See, when it gets real green and real big, like the Hulk, okay, you can do some damage with, anyways. You can be confident that you're buying the dip. I mean, let's just keep scrolly. See, look at this. What year are we in? We're in 1989. We're in the 80s. Do you see? We're not under the 200, Bob. Is that just, that is crazy. Maybe a little dip right there, huh? Hey, the little Hulk came on. Also, for those of you that drive me up a wall in the comment section when you're like, you said the bottom's going to fall out. Guys, the bottom doesn't fall. It falls and then it goes back up. And it falls and it goes back up. So it never, it's not all of a sudden you're going to wake up. I swear some of you guys think, you're going to wake up one morning and they're like, stock market today is at 0. Okay, so rolling back to the 70s, see, green bars? Yeah, double bottom. You call that one. Oh, see that? If you would know that, you're in my bear market class. See that? Double bottom. I mean, that usually signifies you hit it, right? But then you got other things in play. You're like, oh shoot, I think we're going lower, Sandy or Lael or whoever you are. Also, my apologies for the system. Dang, I wouldn't have created that. But that system is a gigantic musical chairs. They keep removing chairs. You're like, why is this such a struggle? They told me just go to college, go into debt, and everything will be fine. I have so many doctors emailing me like, okay, what am I doing? I'm like, okay, doctor, unrelenting inflation is taking a toll, leaving more Americans living paycheck to paycheck. See, the system is rigged. And it was created rigged. I mean, come on. You create a system, 71. We went off the gold standard. And this is not gold. That would be silver. Where you actually have a standard. Now we have no standard. Now they could just go burr like crazy. And I actually hate even saying burr because it's not how it works. I was watching an interview with Brent Johnson, Dollar Milkshake Theory, if you get a chance. He's been on my show many of times. And I saw him, he's like, yeah, so they create money out of thin air. So just know, it's a little bit more, it's really not more complicated than money's created out of thin air. But for the most part, the system that you are in will cause you to go, please, government, control me. And this same system has been playing out for forever. I mean, that's why we jumped on boats from England. Sorry, UK. We jumped on boats and said that we're not doing this monetary system. We came over here. We created a thing called the Constitution. We said this, okay? That's money. And then a Bill of Rights, right? Number 1 of the Bill of Rights is amazing. You should take a look at it. Watch all of the violations that's happening. There's 5 of them in number 1. And then number 2 of the Bill of Rights, right? 1, 2, yeah, it looks like that. To protect the first one. Like freedom of speech on YouTube, which I think this video will probably be censored. Or that I can say whatever I want. I can almost do whatever I can write whatever I want. I can petition the government. I can tell people to gather and say, we're not okay with this. And the government's like, get back in your house. And honestly, I do have a solution for all of this, but it's hard. It's always starting businesses, sell plastic. I have a course on this too. Sell plastic junk on Amazon. Take that money and trade it, and then get yourself an island and run away from all the crazies. Then can come up with your own constitution, your own Bill of Rights will probably look just like ours, and then everything will be okay. Anywho, stay free. Actually, stay safe, Floridans. My prayers go out to you. I love you guys, and I will see you in tomorrow's video because I work every single day of my life, even though I don't have to.